Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 24, Text number 41. Kamsavatyam Devashravasah Suvira Ishumamstatha Bakaha Kankatatu Kankayam Satyajit Purujit Tatha. Kamsavatyam, in the womb of Kamshavati. Devashravasah, from Devashrava, a brother of Vasudeva's. Suvira, Ishuman, Tatha, as well as Bakaha, Baka. Kankat, from Kanka to indeed Kankayam, in his wife, named Kanka. Satyajit, Purujit, Tatha, as well as. So, Vasudev's sisters, those their children is already explained, their Vasudev's sisters and their husbands and their sons. Now Shukdev Goswami is describing the wives of his 9 brothers, okay, and children and all those details from the brother's side. Yes. So Vasudeva's brother, and his name was Devashrava. Okay. So Vasudeva's brother named Devashrava married Kamsavati, by whom he begot 2 sons named Suvira and Ishuman. Kanka, by his wife Kanka, begot 3 sons named Baka, Satyajit and Purujit. Okay. Next. Srinjayo Rashtrapalayam cha Vrishadumarshanadikan Harikesha Hiranyakchau Surabhumyam cha Shyamakaha. Srinjay Rashtrapalayam, through his wife Rashtrapalika, cha and Vrishadurmarshana Adikan, begot sons headed by Vrisha and Durmarshan. Harikesha, by Harikesh, Hiranyakchau and Hiranyaksha, Surabhumyam, in the womb of Surabhumi, cha and Shyamaka, King Shyamak. King Srinjay, by his wife Rashtrapalika, begot sons headed by Vrisha and Durmarshan. King Shyamak, by his wife Shurabhumi, begot 2 sons named Harikesha and Hiranyaksha. This is different by Hiranyaksha. Mishrakeshyam Apsarsi Virkadin Vatsakas Taksha Pushkar Shaladin Durvakshyam Vrika Adadhe. Mishrakeshyam, in the womb of Mishrakeshi, Apsarsi, who belong to the Apsara group, Vrika Adin, Vrika and other sons, Vatsak Tatha, as well, Taksha Pushkar Shala Adin, sons headed by Taksha, Pushkar and Shala. Durvakshyam, in the womb of his wife Durvakshi, Vrikaha, Vrika, Adade begot. Thereafter, King Vatsaka, by the womb of his wife Mishrakeshi, who was an Apsara, begot sons headed by Vrika. Vrika, by his wife Durvakshi, begot Taksha, Pushkar, Shal, and so on. Okay. 44. सुमित्रार्जुनपालादीन् समीकात्तु सुदामणीम् आनकः कर्णिकायां वै ऋतधामा जयाव अपि. Sumitra Arjunapala Adin, headed by Samikat, from King Shamik, to indeed Sudamani, in the womb of Sudamani, by his wife Anaka, King Anak, Karnikayam, in the womb of his wife Karnika, Vai, indeed Ritadhama, Jayu and Jaya, Api, indeed. From Shamik, by the womb of his wife Sudamani, came Sumitra, Arjunapala and other sons. King Anaka, by his wife Karnika, begot 2 sons, namely Ritadhama and Jaya. Okay. So till 44 was the descendants of Vasudev's brothers. Yes. Okay. Now from 45 to 55. Now 45 to 55, the descendants of Vasudev. That will be explained. Pauravi Rohini Bhadra Madira Rochana Ila Devaki Pramukhaschasan Patnya Anak Dundubhe. Pauravi Rohini Bhadra Madira Rochana Ila Devaki Pramukha headed by Cha and Asan existed Patnyaha wives Anak Dunduve of Vasudev, who was known as Anak Dunduvi. Vasudev's another name was Anak Dunduvi. Devaki, Pauravi, Rohini, Bhadra, Madira, Rochana, Ila and others were all wives of Anak Dunduvi, Vasudev. Among them all, Devaki was the chief. You can come. Haribol? Yes. Yes, come in. हाँ आ जाइए. मेरा क्लास है ऑन चल रहा है, आप इधर रख दीजिए. So these are the wives of Vasudev. Okay, and here Shukdev Goswami is saying that among these all, Devaki was the chief. Okay, Devaki, Pauravi, Rohini, Bhadra, Madira, Rochana, Ila and others. Thank you, Prabhu. वो मैंने उनको बोल दिया था, आप उनसे एक बार पूछ लीजिएगा ना. थैंक यू. एनीथिंग एल्स गुरुजी? दैट्स इनफ. आपने इधर रखा है ना? यस गुरुजी. ठीक है, थैंक यू. ओके, 46 श्लोक. बलं गदं शारणं च दुर्मदं विपुलं ध्रुवं वसुदेवस्तु रोहिण्यां कृतदीन उदपादय. बलं बल गदं गद सारणं sharan च also durmadam durmad vipulam vipula dhruvam dhruva Vasudeva the father of Krishna, tu indeed Rohinyam in the wife named Rohini, Krita Adi in the sons headed by Krita, Udapadaya begot. Vasudeva by the womb of his wife Rohini begot sons such as Bala, Gada, Sharan, Durmad, Vipul, Dhruva, Krita and others. Okay. So these are the sons of Vasudeva from the Rohini, another wife. Okay. 47 to 48. Subhadro Bhadra Bahusya Durmado Bhadra Evacha Pauravastanaya hi ete Bhutadya Dwadasha Bhavan Nandopananda Kritaka Shuradya Madiratmaja Kaushalya Keshinam Tav Ekam Asut Kulanandanam. Subhadra, Bhadrabahu cha and Durmada, Bhadra ev indeed cha also. Pauravah of the wife named Pauravi, Tanaya sons, he indeed ate all of them. Bhuta Adya, headed by Bhuta, Dwadash 12. Abhavan was born Nanda Upananda Kritak Sur Adya, Nanda Upananda Kritak Sur and others. Madir Atmaja, the sons of Madira. Kaushalya, Keshinam, a son named Keshi. Tu Ekam, only one Asud gave birth to Kulanandanam, a son. From the womb of Pauravi came 12 sons. Okay, another wife of Vasudeva, including Bhuta, Subhadra, Bhadrabahu, Durmad, and Bhadra. Nand, Upnand, Kritik, Sur, and others were born from the womb of Madira, another wife. Bhadra, Kaushalya gave birth to only one son named Keshi. Okay. So somehow this whole dynasty is coming to now finally to the descendants of Vasudeva. Yes. And Shukdev Goswami is not telling Devki's first. Telling all other wives first, and then finally he will tell about Devaki, and then the last Krishna at the end. So like that he is creating, because the most important thing and most sweet thing he is going to tell at the last. Rochanyam ato jata hasta hemangadadayah ilayam urvalakadin yadu mukhyam ajijanat. Rochanya, mean another wife whose name was Rochana. Ataha, thereafter Jataha were born Hasta, Hemangada, Adya, and others. Ilayam, in another wife named Ila, Urvalka Adin, sons headed by Urvalk, Yadu Mukhyam, principal personality in the Yadu dynasty, Ajijanath he begot. So Basudeva, by another of his wives, whose name was Rochana, begot Hasta, Hemangada, and other sons. This is another wife of Vasudeva named Rochana. So she gave these sons Hasta, Hemangada, and some other. These were the main one. Shukdev Goswami is telling the name. And by another wife named Ila, he begot sons headed by Urvalka. That was another wife, Ila, and from her Vasudeva gave birth to many children, and the head was Urvalka, all of whom were chief personalities in the dynasty of Yadu. So in this Yadu dynasty, these sons of Ila were important person, chief. Okay, 50th shloka. Vipristho धृतदेव्यायाम् एक आनकदुन्दुभे शान्तिदेवात्मजा राजन् प्रसीदादयः. Vipristha Dhritadevayam, in the womb of the wife named Dhritadeva, Ekaha, one son, Anakdunduve, of Anakdunduvi, Vasudeva, Shanti Deva Atmaja, the sons of another wife named Shanti Deva, Rajan, O Maharaj Parikshit, Prashama, Prasita, Adayaha, Prashama, Prasita, and other sons. So, from another wife, from the womb of Dhritadeva, one of the wives of Anakdundubi, means Vasudev, came a son named Viprastha. The sons of Shanti Deva, another wife of Vasudev, were Prashama, Prasit, and others. So all the wives' sons are explained here. Rajanya Kalpa Varshadya Upadeva Sutadasha Vasuhamsa Suvamshadya Sri Devayastu Sat Sutah. Rajanya, Kalpa, Varsh, Adya, Varsh, and others. Upadeva Sutaha, sons of Upadeva, another wife of Vasudevas. Dasha, 10. Vasu, Hamsha. Suvamsha, Adya, and others. Sri Devyaha, born of another wife named Sri Deva. 2. But Sat, 6. Sutaha, sons. Vasudeva also had a wife named Upadeva, from whom came 10 sons, headed by Rajanya, Kalpa, and Varsha. From Sri Deva, another wife, came 6 sons, such as Vasu, Hams, and Suvamsha. Devarakshitaya labdha navachatra gadadayah Vasudeva sutan ashtav adade sahadevaya. Devarakshitaya, by the wife named Devarakshita, labdha, achieved, nava, 9, cha, also atra, here, gada adya, sons headed by Gada, Vasudeva, Srila Vasudev Sutan sons Ashtau 8 Adade begot Sahadevaya in the wife named Sahadeva. By the semen of Vasudev in the womb of Devarakshita, 9 sons were born, headed by Gada. Vasudev, who was religion personified, also had a wife named Sahadeva, by whose womb he begot 8 sons, headed by Shruta and Pravara. Okay. Now, Pravara Shruta Mukhayamscha Sakshat Dharmo Vasun Iva Vasudevastu Devakyam Ashtaputran Ajijanat Kirtimantam Sushenam Cha Bhadrasenam Udaradhi Rizun Sammardanam Bhadram Sankarshanam Ahiswaram Ashtamastu Tayor Asit Swayam Eva Harikila Swayam Eva Harikila Ashtam, this is the 8th child. Subhadra cha Mahabhaga Tavarajan Pitamahi. Okay, so now coming from after explaining all the wives of Vasudeva, now is coming to main. Okay, all the among the all descendants of Vasudeva, main is Krishna Balaram. So he's coming to that. Pravar in some readings Paurava. Shruta, Mukhyam, headed by Cha, and Sakshat, directly Dharma, religion personified. Vasun Iva, exactly like the chief Vasus in the heavenly planets. Vasudeva, Srila Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, too. Indeed, Devakyam in the womb of Devaki, Ashta, 8 Putran sons, Ajijanat begot. Kirtimantam, Sushenam, Cha, and Shushena, Bhadrasena, Udaradhi, all fully qualified. Riju. Sammardan, Bhadram, Bhadra, Sankarshan, Ahi Ishwaram, the supreme controller and serpent incarnation. Ashtamaha, the 8th one too, but Tayo of both Devaki and Vasudev, Asit appeared, Swayam Eva, directly, personally. Harihi, the supreme personality of Godhead. Kila, what to speak of. Subhadra, a sister. Subhadra, Cha, and Mahabhaga, highly fortunate. Tava, your Rajan, O Maharaj Parikshit, Pitamahi, grandmother. The 8 sons born of Sahadeva, such as Pravara and Shruta, were exact incarnations of the 8 Vasus in the heavenly planets. Okay. Vasudeva also begot 8 highly qualified sons through the womb of Devaki. These included the sons of Devaki now. These included Kirtiman, Sushena, Bhadrasena, Riju, Sammardan, Bhadra, Sankarshan. 7th is Sankarshan, the controller and serpent incarnation, Anantashesha. Okay, the 8th son was the supreme personality of Godhead himself, Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. The highly fortunate Subhadra, the one daughter, was your grandmother. Okay, he's telling she is your grandmother because she was the wife of Arjuna. Okay, Subhadra. So he is telling to Parikshit Maharaj that she is your Subhadra, the daughter of Vasudeva, was your grandmother. Parikshit Maharaj. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The 55th verse says, Swayam eva hari kila, indicating that Krishna, the 8th son of Devaki, is the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. Okay, so Swayam eva hari kila. Krishna is not an incarnation. Okay, Krishna is not incarnation. Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Okay, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, although there is no difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari and his incarnation Krishna, okay, so there is no difference. Prabhupada is saying that although there is no difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari and his incarnation, but Krishna is the original Supreme Person, the complete Godhead. Okay, so Krishna, there is no difference. Like you take one lamp and then with the help of this lamp you lit another lamp, and then you light another lamp, and like many lamps, after some time all look same, but still the original one is original, the first one. Okay, so Krishna is that first, and all incarnations are after that. So at such there is no that kind of difference, but still the Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original personality. Okay, so this is the understanding. The incarnations exhibit only a certain percentage of the potencies of Godhead. So every incarnation will have some potencies, some gunas. Okay, and the complete Godhead is Krishna himself, who appeared as the eighth son of Devaki. So Krishna will have all the potencies because he is the supreme source, supreme Godhead. But incarnation sometime may exhibit only some particular percentage of the potency of Krishna. Okay. Now, so 56. So that's how, like they say, like Krishna is having 64 gunas, qualities, but Narayan will not have that many. Okay, so like what is called Roop Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, and Bhakta Madhuri. These four gunas are there only in Krishna. Okay, not with the Narayan. Narayan does not play Venu. Krishna plays Venu. Okay, Narayan does not play with the bhaktas, like fighting or eating the remnant of devotees. Like you see Krishna, he ate the Krishna is having this quality of Bhakta Madhurya. So he ate from the mouth of Madhumangal. Madhumangal took that kadi, and Krishna slapped him from both the side like this, and then he was having everything inside the mouth, and then he did like this, everything came out. And that Krishna licked, okay, everything like this. He took everything. So that is, Narayan will not do this. Okay, so in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, one story is mentioned of that Gop Kumar. So he reached to Vaikuntha, Narayan place. So there he saw Narayan lying down. Wow, everybody is doing very nice worship of Narayan. Wow, he looks, this is my Krishna, seems Krishna only. So this Gopakumar went very fast to Narayan and he kissed Narayan on his cheek. Everybody is shocked. What is this happening here? Because Narayan is like a king. Nobody can go near to him. What is this? This boy went and jumped over Narayan and kissed on his cheek. So the kind of reciprocation he was expecting, Gop Kumar did not get that reciprocation from Narayan. So he got confused. This is not our Krishna. He said, okay, leave it. This is not our Krishna. Because in Vrindavan, this Gopakumara, they will fight with Krishna, they will kiss Krishna, they will eat together, they will jump together, they will play together, they will steal butter together in front of gopis, they will dance for some little butter. So that Bhakta Madhurya, that Venu Madhurya, when Krishna plays Venu, Yamuna stops. The birds stops, the trees, air, everything stops. Everybody want to hear. Okay, so the gopis, whatever they are doing, they will forget everything and they will go to Krishna. One gopi, she was feeding her child. She was having the child in the lap and she was feeding her. And when she heard the Venu sound, she left the child like this and she just left for to go to Krishna. One gopi was serving the family members prasadam. She was serving with a spoon like this. Everybody is taking prasadam. She is serving. And immediately, and that time only she heard the sound and she left everything like that. The vessel, the spoon, everything she left and she just walked. That much attractive. One gopi was taking bath. She just heard and she just walked like that. She have no sense that whether she is wearing anything or not, or what is that. Some gopi was so mesmerized by the Venu that she could not understand. Okay, and the garments, upper garments, she put it down garment she put it upper side. She don't know anything. She just walking towards Krishna. Cows will stop, but these calves are taking milk from the cow and they will stop there. Everything. Venu Madhurya. Right? Everybody is dancing on the sound of Venu. So that wonderful quality is there with Krishna. Krishna's Roop Madhurya Shyamam Tribhanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Venum Konvantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Varahavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Venum Konantam, playing the Venu. Venum Konantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham. Eyes are like lotus petals. Actually, Krishna's eyes are not like lotus petals. Because if you, like they say, lotus hand, lotus eyes, lotus mouth, lotus feet. So everything, if you make like that, lotus, then that form which you make like this will not be so attractive. But what to do? There is nothing in this material world with which we can compare Krishna's beauty. So, and we have no idea, because we have forgotten our spiritual experiences. So we have not any idea of anything spiritual. So when it is explained about Krishna, we have to explain from some material example. So what is the best thing? Lotus. So that is why they compare with the lotus. Otherwise, Krishna's eyes are millions and millions and millions of times more beautiful than the lotus which we see in this material world. Even the spiritual lotus is more pure, beautiful. And another reason told by Acharyas for explaining with comparing with lotus, Charana Kamala Bandau Haridai, it is said. Charan Kamal, Padaravinda, everywhere it's mentioned compared with lotus. So that is why, because the lotus is considered the spiritual sometime. Why? Because before the material world created, Srishti was done, who born? Brahma. Because Brahma only did everything. So before that, Brahma was there. And before Brahma, what was there? Lotus. Because on that lotus only Brahma came. So with that understanding, sometimes it is considered compared with lotus. So that Venum Kunantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham, Aravinda Dala, the lotus petals, like that eyes of Krishna. Very beautiful. Krishna's eyes are like this, reaching till ears. Very beautiful. Venum Konantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Barahavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam. Barahavatam, this peacock feather, the ultimate beauty. Means you can't just imagine. See, there are so many things which you can make in your crown. But what Krishna is using? Peacock feather. You see? Right? There is a story that because Krishna was so happy with the peacock, so he said, okay, now this I will use in my crown. So, Barahavatam Samasitam, that wonderful peacock feather is most beautiful on the head of Krishna. You see? That so much beautiful face. And Sundarangam, all the beautiful parts of body Krishna is having. Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrasham Meghavarnam Shubhangam, very Shubh Anga. Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam. So Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanen, he is the Lord of Lakshmi. Shantakaram Bhujag Shantak, very peaceful. Shantakaram Bhujag Shainam. Padmanabham Bhujag Shainam is lying on the Ananta. That. So in this way, everything is explained. Shantakaram Bhujag Shainam Padmanabham Suresham. विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगविद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुभवैहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्. Okay, so Krishna, Narayan, Vishnu all are explained with the Kamal and beautiful body, but specifically Krishna's beauty is like this. Like Narayan is not having peacock, Barahavatam, this Baraha Pidam, Natavara Bapu, this qualities are not given to Narayan. Narayan does not have this peacock feather, or Venu, So Natavar, Narayan is not doing any this kind of nutcut activities, like stealing butter and all. So Krishna is having this special beauty, Rupa Madhurya. Everybody is dying for Krishna's beauty. Okay, that doesn't mean Narayana is not beautiful, handsome, but compared to like these kind of beautiful features, Narayana is not having. Narayana will have golden crown or a crown with so many monies and ratna, but Krishna will have flowers crown, from the Vrindavan flowers. So Krishna's beauty is explained like that. Okay, people when they see Krishna, it is explained that when devotees see Krishna's beauty, they darshan. Eyes are the senses to see, but it is not only eyes which will see. Krishna is so attractive that all the senses will see. All the senses will get the quality and ability to watch, to see. Okay, so ears will see, ears will take darshan, nose will take darshan, all the senses will take darshan of Krishna. This is the beauty of Krishna. Okay, so one devotee, Loknath Goswami, when he will take darshan of Krishna, then Krishna, he will just take darshan and he will forget everything in the world. He's just saying darshan. And then Krishna will see this devotee is lost in my beauty. Because each and every limbs of Krishna is so attractive. Loknath Goswami is just mesmerized. He's just seeing continuously. And then he is lost in the nectarian beauty of Krishna, and Krishna is thinking, Baba, you have to go in the kitchen, you have to make bhoga for me, but you are what to do with this devotee? He is lost in my beauty. So Krishna will take his expansion, he will become Loknath, another Loknath, and he will go in the kitchen and he will do the cooking, and this is happening every day. And one day one devotee came and he saw in temple one Loknath is taking darshan, completely lost in darshan. And then he went in kitchen. Who is there in kitchen? He saw there is Loknath. He got confused. In kitchen one Loknath Goswami, in temple hall one Loknath Goswami. What is happening? Then he asked, Arey Baba, what is this? Which is the real Loknath? He said, Arey, I am here. I am taking darshan. He said, then who is in the kitchen? He said, okay. Then they understood that it is Krishna. He said, oh my God. Taking darshan is an offense. You see, the bhakti is on that level that taking darshan is becoming offense because the service is disturbed and Krishna has to come and do service. So Loknath Goswami said, my God, what I am doing? And you see, condition of, like, for me it is not like that. So this is, for us, not taking darshan is offense. But for Loknath Goswami, taking darshan is becoming like offense because service is disturbed. So this is the beauty of Krishna. So, Roop Madhurya, Leela, Venu Madhurya. Eh? And then Leela Madhurya. Okay. So what is that? Four thing. Roop Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, and Bhakta Madhurya. Leela, Krishna will do such leelas. Narayan means this kind of leelas you will not see with Narayan and like that. What kind of leela? You see, Krishna is so naughty. He will, they have like in Barsana, if you go, there are two mountains. One is Brahmaji as mountain and one is Vishnu. Both are lying in Barsana as mountain and both are like this. So at this point where these two mountains are at the junction, very small narrow space is there. Only one person can walk. Two person cannot walk. Only one. You can still go and see. Only one can walk. So gopis has to go and sell their makhan, butter, milk, all those things. So if they have to go from a proper way, then they have to circle whole the mountain. But if they go by this narrow passageway, they reaches very fast. So, but only one can go there. So Krishna will sit there with his friends, and he did like that so that only one can go. So all the gopis will make a line and they will go one by one and keeping this butter pot and makhan, everything. And they made a very nice setting. Okay, one by one every gopi will come and one by one we will break their pots. Like that. So you see there are still those things are there. The hand of Krishna and all those prints are there on the mountain. Okay. So these kind of leela you will do. One gopi caught Krishna red-handed stealing butter, and she said, "Okay, today I caught you, na everything in the hand, everywhere." Mother Yashoda is always telling, "You are not bringing proof. Today I caught you red-handed. Chalo." And she took that. She took Krishna like that to Mother Yashoda to show. See, I caught him eating butter in my home. You see the mouth, hand, everything. That is proof. Krishna said, "See, please leave me. Otherwise you will have to regret. I am telling you, please leave me." Say, today you cannot go anywhere. You are very naughty. You are frightening me. Chalo. Today Mother Yashoda have to believe that you are stealing butter. Because Mother Yashoda used to say, "Are Baba, in our own home we have 9 lakhs of cow. What you are saying? We don't have butter. So our son will go and steal from your house. What do you think?" So she will not believe. So she took this gopi. Chalo. So Krishna said, "See, I am telling you, you will have to regret so much if you don't leave me." No. Chalo. She took Krishna. And there she said, "Mother Yashoda, see your son. I caught him red-handed. He was stealing butter in my house." Mother Yashoda started laughing. Then she said, "You are laughing? Every time you are telling, bring the proof. See today, this is..." Mother Yashoda started laughing even more. Then he said, "Why you are laughing?" She started laughing even more. She said, "What is this?" Mother Yashoda said, "In order to bring bad name to my son Krishna, now you have gone all the limits. See at least whom you are bringing." Then this gopi saw, that was her own son. Then Mother Yashoda said, "See, this is your own son. He is stealing butter, and you are now it is proven that your son only is stealing butter, and you are putting name on my son." This gopi started, "What is this?" She was so confused, and she said, "Oh my God!" And she just also embraced, and she went back. And while going back, this son again became Krishna. Then he said, "See, I told you. I told you that you have to regret." Then she was telling, "Please, what is this happening?" Then Krishna said, "If next time you do like this, this time I become only your son, okay? Next time if you take me like this, I'll become your husband. Then you will have, everybody will laugh at you." So Krishna will do these kind of leelas, Damodar Leela, many leelas. So this is Leela Madhurya. And Bhakta Madhurya, he likes his devotees so much. Vrindavan, he plays with them. Many times he is defeated. After killing Kamsha, this Sridama, everybody watching, and Krishna killed Kamsa and all those Chadud, Mustik and all. Sridama said, "This is not our Krishna, yaar. This is not our Krishna." Why? Everybody says, why? Are, how we can kill Kamsa? Eh? Every day in Vrindavan I am defeating him. So I cannot believe that he killed Kamsa. Every day I am defeating him. They will play Kusti. And every day Sridama will defeat Krishna. This is not our Krishna. How come he has such this power? So then they said, "Oh, you are not our Krishna. If you are Krishna, let us fight." Then they fought. After killing Kamsa, Krishna has fight with Sridama. And they had good fight. And then Sridama defeated Krishna. And then Sridama and all the cowherd boys said, "Yeah, this is our Krishna only." So Sridama said, "See, Krishna killed Kamsa and I defeated Krishna. So I am powerful." That kind of thing. Nobody will believe. Krishna will say, "Arey Baba, I killed Putana." Yeah, coward boy say, "Arey, don't make fun, Baba. That Putana was killed because of the prayers of Mother Yashoda." Like that they will say. Whatever Krishna will say, they will not believe. He said, "I lifted Govardhan." He said, "Arey Baba, what is this? Why you are..." We all saw in front of everyone. We did puja. We offered a nice bhoga to Govardhan. Govardhan ji was happy with us. And because Govardhan was so happy, he himself became light and protected us. And you, smart boy, you just went and put your finger and taking all the credit. What is this? This is the relationship with the cowherd boys and Krishna. You see, they will treat him like that. What is this? Every time you will come and take credit. What is that? So Krishna said, "Acha, don't you remember Aghasur? That big snake inside you, everybody, all of you went inside that Aghasura, and then you were, I went inside and then protected you. I killed Aghasura." Coward boy says, "Enough is enough. We were almost done. In killing Aghasura, we were almost done. Everything was almost done, and you came at the last and took all the credit. What is this?" So they will not believe Krishna that he is some supreme. They said, "This is our own Krishna, our own friend." Right? Sometime Krishna will say, "See, I am the son of Nanda Maharaj. So you should give me some concession in games." No. Go. Sometime Krishna will do little cheating. Then they will say, "If you are doing cheating in games, we will not allow you to play with us. Go." Then Krishna will sit alone. Then he will come, "Please allow me also to play with you." Then coward will say, "Okay, sorry, yeah? Okay, come. Next time don't do like this." So this is the Bhakta Madhurya, the loving relationship of Krishna and his devotees. So these qualities are there with Krishna. Okay. So these 4 qualities are there. These makes 64. Okay. So this is the wonderful qualities Krishna is having. Okay. That's why Prabhupada is mentioning that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the qualities are there with him. Okay. And different incarnations exhibit only a certain percentage of the potencies of Krishna. Okay. Okay, so fine here. Now, 56th shloka we will do tomorrow. Already time is up. Tomorrow we will do 56. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So if you have any question, you can ask. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
वेणु माधुर्य, लीला माधुर्य, भक्ति माधुर्य और क्या बोले प्रभु जी?
भक्त माधुर्य।